Last week, the North Alabama Agriplex and Heritage Center held a sewing camp for kids ages 5 through 10.
And then decide where you want your button to go. I'm going to put mine right on the edge here so that when we fold it over, that'll close up your needle holder.
Rachel Dawsey led the camp.
Now what I'm going to do is start in the back. I'm going to push my needle up through one of those holes. You see how it's going through the hole? This summer we've done several different programs, touring farms for kids at the Agriplex. This was our 13th year to do that. And then we've also been having a garden camp, which runs 5 weeks during the summer. And so this sewing camp was our first time to do that. And we're going for 4 days, and the mornings of 4 days, and we're learning all about hand sewing. So the girls will learn how to sew a button on, to sew a running stitch, a whipping stitch, and then at the end of the week they'll have projects such as pillows, an apron, a doll skirt that they've made. So today was the beginning day where they're learning the very, very basics. Into the hole from the back, and then I'm going to go back into the other hole.
So much fun, like doing all the sewing.
You can make something for your friends and all that.
First, the kids made sewing boxes.
We got small cardboard boxes, and they folded them up, and then they decorated them how they wanted to.
It has flowers all over it and trees and fruit. There's a weeping willow tree, there is a rose, there's another rose, here's some kind of plant, here's some cantaloupe, here's some watermelon.
Some just simply put a few stickers on, some covered it with paper, and then put magazine cutouts on it, and then put decoupage on the end to kind of glue it all together.
I made it like some fabric on the top and some on the bottom, and put some like sticker stamps on top, and then put on the bottom Fantastic.
I covered it with wrapping paper, and then I put stickers on it. It has Noah Ark wrapping paper and then flower stickers on it.
So in these little boxes, we'll send home with them at the end of the week. They'll have some scissors, their needles, chalk, string, all their sewing basics will be in there. I want you to find your needle and your thread, okay? Everybody find your needle and your thread. We're going to use it to sew it on.
While we were visiting, the kids made needle holders.
Because our most important rule of camp is to always know where their needle is.
We've done this where we put our needles in here, a needle holder, a button for like needles, and then we put this little hole to put our button through it. So we made a thing to hold our needles.
So for their little needle holder, it's just a piece of felt, but to teach them the skill of sewing a button on, it has a button on one side, and then you cut a little hole, and since it's felt, we don't have to stitch the buttonhole and all. It's just real simple. They just cut it with scissors and then can slip their button through it. So that was really just a skill of learning to sew the button on. But in there, they'll keep their straight pins and their needles, and they can keep those closed so that we don't end up with straight pins all over the building. And then the second thing we made was we started making a pin cushion. So we didn't quite get as far along today as I'd planned.
Some of these students are already learning how to sew at home.
Because my mom taught me.
I'm really into designing stuff with sewing. I'm just really into sewing.
Hannah Silver says her grandmother is teaching her to sew.
She's taught me how to keep it in a straight line and not to let it go all zigzaggy. I don't know why I like it. I just really want to design stuff when I grow up. So I just really want to start now and get into the sewing.
We've had a lot of interest. We had 23 girls sign up for camp, and then we had a wait list too. And so I just think it's interesting that many girls want to learn to hand sew, and lots of mothers and grandmothers are interested in that also. I'm glad that we've had so many volunteers. It's been a joint project with the North Alabama Agriplex that I'm a part of, and then also with the Extension Service, the local cooperative extension. And then we've had volunteers, some school teachers who are here helping us in the summer, and also from the Heartland Quilt Guild. So it's been a combination of efforts to make this week happen.
The Agriplex offers a variety of other specialized camps for young people throughout the summer.
We have a monthly Farm Kids Club, and so this Saturday we are doing beekeeping with Philip Garrison's a local beekeeper. He's going to come and tell us about bees, and then we're going to taste a bunch of honey treats, and that's this Saturday, July 13th. And then every month we have another Farm Kids Club. So August we will have an old-timey ice cream social. We'll play long games such as tug of war and sack races, and then we'll have homemade ice cream. So each month we do a different topic for that. Our summer camps, garden camp, we still have 2 more sessions of that, and then we'll be done, and then we'll be getting geared up for fall. The North Alabama Agriplex you can find on Facebook, and then you could call the Agriplex here. The Heritage Center is 256-297-1044, or our email address is colemanag@gmail.com.
For TV 27, I'm Danny Brown.